Hi there. We are going to look at Chapter 1, Section 3 just briefly, so it shouldn't be a very long video, but we're just going to talk about units of measurement. Okay, so chemists have to use units. So when we go into the lab or even your health professionals, they use units, meaning that if I was to say that I used 165 and had no units, the chemist or health professional would ask me 165 what? Centimeters, inches, grams, feet. Okay, these are things that we use in our day-to-day lives, pounds, miles. Okay, and so those are units. Okay, chemists, every number that we record has a unit after it. Okay, because it's important for us to tell, that is the detail of that number, units of what? So these are looking at units of measurement. So we have units that we use for volume and mass and time, and we'll go through, and length, and we'll go through all of these. Okay, so here's just a little picture here just showing, she's 165 centimeters. That backpack weighs 12 kilograms. Okay, it's 22 degrees Celsius, okay, outside. Okay, these are all units of measurement. Scientists and health professionals use the metric system, okay, but they have adopted what's called the International System of Units. We call it the SI units, and actually everyone throughout the world except for the United States adopted this in everyone's everyday life. However, the chemists and health professionals do use this system. Okay, even though in our homes we measure in Fahrenheit. Well, that's not the SI unit of measurement. So, but anyways, this is going to be what we look at as being chemists. Okay, the metric system is listed here. Okay, and so this is what we've adopted, and a lot of these are the same. But for length, we use the meter. For volume, the cubic meter. Okay, that's the same as a liter. Okay, and we've got kilogram, Kelvin for temperature. Okay, and time in seconds. Okay, so one of our units of measurement is length. So I know all of you worked in centimeters, meters, yards, and here are what we call relationships or conversions between these. Okay, if you say 1 meter, okay, then someone else may say that that's 100 centimeters. Okay, well that's the same thing. So that's their relationship. There's 100 centimeters in 1 meter. Okay, and in later videos, you're going to learn to convert from one unit to another, and that's really important that we can take meters and convert to centimeters, or if we have inches, we can convert to feet. Okay, something you've probably done in your everyday life. Okay, in the chemistry lab, we also measure volume. So this is another unit of measurement, usually in liters or milliliters, but you'll see that there are, quarts, and we use cups, and we can use gallons and different things. So we have to have relationships between these. So here there's 1,000 milliliters in a liter. That's a common one that's good to know. There's 946 milliliters in a quart. That may be one that you didn't know. Okay, we use graduated cylinders. That's this apparatus here. That's what we use a lot of the time. There's, of course, many other devices that we can use, but we use this a lot to measure volume when we are in the laboratory. Okay, and volume is just the amount of space that a substance occupies, so that's what we're measuring here. Okay, the mass. Okay, that is the measure of the quantity of an object. Okay, how much does the quantity of that object measure? And we can use kilograms, grams, pounds. So here, if you, a lot of times everyone's familiar with pounds is what, but a lot of your other countries use kilograms as their measurement. Okay, and so here's a balance. Okay, this this measures mass, okay? And so this is what we use in the lab. Okay, it counteracts for gravity, so it is the mass of an object. So how much does that object, what is the actual content material that it takes up? Okay, and so every balance may read to different decimal places there. Okay, and also there's conversion factors. Temperature, so how hot or how cold is an object? We do this all the time. We use thermometers in the lab. We can use Celsius or Fahrenheit. Chemists typically use Kelvin, so you'll learn how to convert and what that means. Okay, but we use a thermometer usually to measure temperature. Time, so we can use a stopwatch or some kind of a device that will measure the time or how long it takes for something to occur. Maybe it's a chemical reaction. We want to know how long it takes for the reaction to go to completion. Okay, and seconds is the SI unit for time. Okay, and now just for a little check. Okay, what are the SI units? So that's what chemists and that's what our health professionals use as their units. So we need to be sure we know these. Okay, for volume is the cubic meter. That's sometimes the hardest to remember, okay, but it's still a volume unit. Okay, for mass is the kilogram, for length is the meter, and for temperature is Kelvin. And you'll learn how to convert these and use these interchangeably in this chapter. Okay, right now we're just introducing that units are important, and to report an answer correctly, you have to report it to the correct unit. Okay. All right. Thank you very much.